Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. I see Linda here. That's the only person I see so far, I believe. How you doing, Miss Linda? I haven't forgot you. I'm working on the invoices tonight. So I've been working, or actually I've been working on them off and on since Friday. But I know I owe you an invoice. I am tired myself. I think I worked too hard yesterday and I am dragging today. I've been dragging all day. So, how are you doing? Oh no. Hey, Marilyn. Oh, bless your heart, hon. Yes. Hey, Marianne. Good to see you, hon. Oh, goodness, Marilyn. That's not good. Sorry to hear that. I know I talked to Becky just a little bit ago, and she's, she went out there for the wedding. I think it was Texas. And apparently she's in a dust storm right now. So that might be some of what she's experiencing too from that. So I was a little concerned about her. I told her just to be safe. I mean, gosh, that's the bad thing about Texas, Oklahoma. I mean, I know we have tornadoes, here in Georgia too, but I know there they seem to kind of got that tornado alley. So I'm glad you stopped in, Marianne. I never get to come to your sales because I'm always working at the time you're having your sales. So I always miss those. And like I stay working more than anything. Yeah, I know. I felt bad for Becky too. I was like, good grief. I hope she's okay. I told her just to stay safe. I'm not sure. She said she wasn't sure what she was going to. Let me see exactly what she did say to me. Because I was like, oh, no. Let me see. Because it was just a little bit ago. And I was like, oh, wow. Let's see. She's in the middle of the dust storm and trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. I'll keep you posted. Because, I told her, hey, if she wanted to come on, she could tonight. I told her I wouldn't be on real long tonight. I am just tired myself. I had a huge job that I did yesterday on this person's home. They own I call it a mansion. I think it's like 7,000 square feet, something like that. And I shampooed the carpets. It took me entirely all day, of course. I put in like 10 hours straight. Didn't even stop. I don't know, Marilyn. I didn't ask her if she was having a good time. Hey, Sherry. Because I didn't want to bother her too much when she replied, that she's in the middle of a dust storm. So I'm not sure. I mean, hopefully she's had a good time. I hope so. Hopefully she'll get, like I said, hopefully she'll get somewhere safe. But yeah, I had started, the job started like at noon yesterday, and I didn't get done or home until I think I got here at 11:30. So I was pretty wiped out yesterday, and I've shampooed the whole entire time. I only stopped long enough to, throw out dirty water, put in clean water, clean solution, and keep going. Yeah, me too. Hey, Sandy. Yeah, it was a lot of work. So I'm like paying for it today. So I've been really a little tired today, and of course sore because, like I said, I think I've used every muscle in my body for one thing. So, yeah, hopefully Becky is somewhere safe. Maybe she'll check in with us here in a little bit. Hopefully. That's not her. Notification of other people's. Yeah, that's what Marilyn was just talking about, Sandy. Marilyn was just talking about that because she's in Oklahoma too. She was just talking about the high winds. Oh, that's okay, Linda. That old husband talking. No, I was talking about I was shampooing carpet in this house, this big old mansion, and it was like a 7,000 square foot, and it took me literally all day to do that. And I just didn't stop. I just kept shampooing. I mean, and I was afraid to stop, to be quite honest with you. I was afraid if I would have stopped and sat down, I wouldn't have got back up because of my back, the way it is. So I was like, I'm better off just to stay up and keep going and get this done and just not stop. And it is a good thing I did. I would have been there half the night if I wouldn't have. Yeah, a lot of, it's that time of year for the crazy weather. They have done how a tornado. Say that again, Sandy. You've had a tornado west of the city? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah. So it took a lot out of me to do that. I mean, I can work long and hard for a long time, but it depends on what you're doing, And if you got with me, my back started killing me 2 hours in when I started. And yes, Linda, that's a job, isn't it? It's a job to do that. But my back started killing me 2 hours into shampooing, and I thought, oh, wow, it's going to be a long day. Hey, Jay. Good to see you, hon. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, I got home. Like I said, I was afraid to sit down. I was afraid to stop because I was afraid I wouldn't get back up because I know my back will lock up on me after so long. And so I was like, the best thing for me to do is just keep working, try not to think about it. I kept taking my drugs in between. I call it my drugs, my ibuprofen and my pain medication, muscle relaxers. I kept using those to try to help keep me out of so much pain, but I was still in pain. But mentally, you try to just get through that because after a while, I don't know if anybody else gets this. Hey there. How you doing, Robert? Good to see you. You have a tornado on the ground right now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. Well, you be careful too, Miss Sandy. Be safe. Oh, nothing. Hey, I think we have our guest. I think she's arrived. There she is.
I blew in.
You blew in. I was going to say, we was just talking about you.
I'm going to have to get my tablet. I can't read any chat.
Okay.
All right. My gosh. The weather here is crazy.
Yeah. I know. When you was talking about those winds, I thought, oh, boy.
I'll be right back.
Bonnie. Okay. Good to see you, Robert, Miss Bonnie. Glad everybody's showing up. So, after a while, when you're working like that, with the way my back is, you can only take so much medication and then nothing's going to help you. Your back is just like, look, you're done. Sit down. It's not going to work. Dorothy is in the house. That's right. She blew in.
I'm telling you, I don't know. I mean, I don't listen to the weather reports, but.
Hey, Jeff. Good to see you, sir. Ooh. You didn't listen to the weather report?
Well, no, I looked at it, but this wasn't on anywhere.
Oh.
Not that I saw.
Sandy was just saying that there's a tornado down northwest of her city, which is Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Oklahoma. Now, I know what part. Are you still in Texas?
Yes.
I didn't know.
I'll be driving for days. I'm in Plainview right now, which is south of Amarillo by about an hour or more.
Because I'd seen some bad weather supposed to come through there, right?
I mean, I don't know. Oh. I just look at like the high temperatures and go, oh, it looks like it'll be at least be warm and it'll be okay and stuff. And I mean, it was fine.
Well.
And then all of a sudden I got to Lubbock and it just went.
My soul sister.
I mean, it just engulfed us.
Yeah.
It was like dark. like all of a sudden it was dark. There was so much dirt and dust in the air. I mean, you could see dust from the fields before and little would blow over the road, but no big deal.
Right. Goodness.
And then after I realized it was quite a bit slower and it was going to be more than an hour longer to get to my next hotel, I'm like, there's a gas station, there's a Wendy's. Let's reassess for a moment. And just south of here, there was a big pileup too.
Oh, wow. So, goodness. Now, you by yourself on this trip?
Yep.
Yeah, you be careful.
Well, I'm here. My car got sandblasted. Nothing. I was surprised the windows didn't break.
Yeah.
Stuff was flying.
Exactly. Yeah, that's scary, especially when you're not used to it, you know.
Well, and I'm okay, right? It's like driving across Kansas, but being sandblasted the whole time. And once it got to like zero visibility, I was like, yeah, not feeling this anymore. So,
but no, if you get where you can't see,
I decided to make a better judgment call. I forfeited my hotel fee up the road and said, "Hi guys, you got availability? I was here last week."
Well, there you go.
So yeah.
So you just decided to keep driving? Is that what you did?
No, I'm in this little town of Plainview is where I stopped on the way south.
Oh, I see.
And I stayed at this hotel. You know, it's a $55 hotel.
Right.
It's not, you know, it's a little mom and pop place.
Sure. As long as
could be better, could be worse. It's nice. They're like, come on over.
If it's clean, that's what matters. Always to me.
So I'm like, well, it's just way better than the dark.
Yes.
And I don't know. They got to be well over 60-mile-an-hour winds out there.
Wow.
If not more. I don't even know.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some high winds coming around everybody across the Midwest.
I mean,
towards the east.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah. I hate spending money like that, but
well. And
then it got dark and I was like, no.
Yeah.
I need to make a wiser decision and eat some dinner, think it through, fill up the gas tank if I'm going to go any farther.
That's right.
And then think about what the options are. So that's what I did.
Well, I'm glad okay. I was kind of worried about you. When you texted me, I was like, oh God, in the dust storm. What is she doing in a dust storm?
Yeah. And at Wendy's, nothing was going through at Wendy's. I sent Jen a message. I'm like, Jen, what's wrong with Texas? The weather's broken. What did you do?
Oh, wow. Goodness. Well, did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was fun. The wedding was good.
Great.
You know, they're all lots of kids, you know, kids are.
Yeah.
Her son is right between my second and third, between Caitlin and Taylor. I think he's 22, 23, somewhere in there.
Right.
They just seem like babies, but they had a really fun time celebrating and
good.
they had a great time. I got to see my friend for a while.
That's good.
So, and Del Rio's a lot bigger town than I expected too. So
yeah, well, good. But I guess that's a good thing.
Well, I expected it to be, you know, a little podunk small town, but I came in and on the highway it's city limits. Then there's like 6 miles till my hotel. So I'm like, it's way bigger than I expected.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. So hi, everybody in the chat. I'm seeing names as they go by, but so yeah. And I found a really fun place to stop today. I wish I'd spent more time shopping than driving today.
Right. That would have been fun for you.
And the way stuff is, I'm just lucky to not have the tailgate of my van ripped off just to get my suitcase out.
Right.
So.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Now, do you know anything about the weather report tonight there where you're at?
Here, other than it's supposed to calm down by morning. Oh, that's what else I looked at when I got some dinner, was to see when the winds were supposed to die down. So.
Robert says, I bailed out on plans to stop when driving from Colorado and Iowa in blizzards when I lived out there. Not worth it to keep traveling when dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. It's not
if
worth
this had been cold, I would have done it like 2 hours ago.
Right.
2 hours before I even got here. Because I'm like, that kind of wind with snow and ice, it just blows you off the road.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's slippery.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, totally agree with that statement.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's just dust. It's not that big a deal. It's pretty good. I actually saw some sunshine.
Yeah.
But it's almost, I mean, it was dusty like this coming down here the first day too, when that storm was coming in last week.
Yeah.
And it was nice and clear the next morning. So I'm hoping it'll just simmer down.
Calm down. Calm down, Storm.
Take a chill pill.
Right. Take a chill
Couple
pill.
breaths. You can't even I mean, I'm starting to feel it like, it's in my chest a little bit, kind of like allergies.
Yes.
I've had that in the recirculating air in the car on all day.
Yeah.
So it wasn't sucking in the dirt.
Right.
But yeah. So anyhow, I thought I'd say hi for sure.
I'm glad you came in to say hello. I don't know if you've seen my reply. I was like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm not going to be on real long tonight anyhow.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I figured I'll just sit here and talk with you. Whatever you want to do. Until my battery dies, because I don't have cords on this side. I got a new stand that's nice and compact for traveling, which is nice. But it'd be super cool if it had a place to plug in your phone.
Yeah, it would be.
But it doesn't.
Doesn't have that, huh?
But it's got a light on it.
Yeah.
Changes.
Oh, yeah.
It like goes up and down. Woo!
I see that. Like lighting your face up.
Woo! Yeah, it's pretty bright.
Yeah.
So
well, that's good.
Then you don't have to worry about sitting in the dark corner of a room or something too.
That's true too.
So thank you, Sandy. I am too. I just and then I could have kicked myself when I left last week.
Why?
I stopped to get go to the bathroom, get a drink, and I'm like, I'll get gas while I'm here. Went to pull out my debit card.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me?
You forgot your debit card? Or
what did I do with my debit card? It was in my pant pocket at home because I filled up the night before I left.
Oh, good grief.
And just put it in my pocket and didn't put it away right away.
Oh, I've done that.
So it's already cost me $50 to have Jeff FedEx me my debit card down here.
For heaven's sakes. Yeah.
Because lots of places want your debit card.
Yes, they do.
For your hotel.
Yep, they sure do.
And they won't let you stay unless your debit matches your ID.
That's right, because there's so much fraud of that, that goes on. So that's why they've had to really tighten up on that themselves.
Yeah. So Jeff got home and I know.
Bless your heart. That would have panicked. I'd be like, oh my God, I have no access to money.
Well, I have cash with me. I always bring cash.
Yeah.
Because, I bring cash for shopping.
Right.
And, for a reasonable amount.
Sure.
And I'm like, well, I'll just use that for gas, obviously. So.
Well, I'm glad that Jeff was able to FedEx it to you.
He did. And it arrived before I got there.
Wow.
He got it like 6 o'clock at night and it got there before 7 o'clock the next day.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. Good old Jeff came through again.
I know. He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
Went out on the icy roads to FedEx.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I just hate it when you pay for stuff that you feel like you could have.
Yeah.
Not had to pay for.
I know.
$50, $75 for a hotel room is still way cheaper than getting in a car accident.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, it's just, you have to be safe. I mean, I know what you're saying. Nobody likes to spend the extra money, but it's just the safety is just so much more.
I know this is just stupidity.
Yeah.
It's frustration. I'm like, never mind.
Yep. It's better off just to stop.
Yep. So here I am again.
You're like, and here I am. I'm
like Groundhog Day. He's like, you can have 120. He said, I think you were in there last time. Yep. Yes, I was.
Yeah. Well, then they should know their services quite well since you stopped again.
Right. I called them like, look, please tell me you have something available. There's barely anybody here. It's not like, well, we can squeeze you in. They're like, yes, please come.
Yeah, please, lady, please. We need the guest.
But they're very nice.
Being a Sunday night, and it's not a holiday, so most people have already left, went back to work, or getting ready for work. I mean,
yeah.
So.
Yep. So anyway, so how have you been? What you got going on?
Well, I was telling them I had worked yesterday I was cleaning a house yesterday, shampooing it. And it's like a 7,200 square foot home.
Oh, wow.
And I started it at noon. It had to get done, of course. And 2 hours in, I already knew my back was already spent, really, after 2 hours. But then I was like, but I can't stop. I have to keep going. I got to get this done. And I worked on it the whole entire day. I never stopped, only long enough just to bless you.
Thank you. I couldn't hit the button fast enough.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. You're like, so I just stopped long enough, to dump out dirty water, put in fresh water and chemicals and all that, and keep going. I never stopped the whole time. So by the time I got finished, because I was afraid to stop and sit down, I was afraid that my back would lock up and I wouldn't be able to do nothing else, because I could just tell it wasn't having a good back day anyhow.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that. So I just kept going. By the time I got home, it was 11:30. I wasn't sure how I was going to get out of the car, because I thought if I could sit down in this car, I'm not sure how I'm going to get out of the car.
Right. I totally understand that.
Yeah. You come with me. Now, Sandy. Well, Sandy, you do what you got to do sometimes when you're trying to make your money, and I had to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going to give the job up to somebody else to make the money when I know I could do it.
How long did it take you?
Well, I started at 12:30 in the afternoon. I ended at, I think it was like 11 at night. By the time I got everything done, I got home. It was about 11:30.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it was a very long day. So I'm really tired today. That's why I was telling them that I'm just really spent today.
I understand.
Yeah. Yep. And
I about had it myself.
You too, Becky, right? We are spent today.
Right? I mean, usually driving doesn't bother me that much.
Right. Well, when it's like that, though, it can be very nerve-wracking, that type of driving, of course.
Yeah.
Understandable,
Yeah. I mean, and they partied until I left about 10:30, 10:15 last night. I was like, have fun. I'm pretty done.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, Sandy. Once you get going, you're like, if I stop, I know I'm done. I'm not going to be able to do anything else. And I'm not one to quit like that so easily. So I just muscle through it. And just pain-wise, I was telling them, like, after you take so many drugs, as far as your prescriptions I'm talking about,
yeah,
nothing's going to help after a while. You just have to kind of just suffer through it. So that's what I did. But I have one of those muscle stimulator things. Hey there, Delbert. Good to see you. To where you have the patches that you hook into the electrodes and you put them on you in different spots, and it helps basically like a real deep muscle massage. Ooh. Now, that helps, even though it hurts, it helps because I don't know, it's just something about it. It just helps your muscles.
It doesn't, it helps it like unlock, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah, that's what I say. It's more or less that, like I had so many knots all over my back, because of just, drawing up. So you're my biggest problem I was trying to reach those spots with these electrodes. Like, I can't get back there. So you get as close as, it's a TENS unit. That's exactly what it is, Sandy. And it works quite well. I mean, I had used it for several hours last night and then again today. So trying to just loosen up. And you got one of those too? See, a lot of people have those. That's good. They work well, don't they? Oh, you can't use them? Oh, gotcha. Messes with the seizures. Oh my. Didn't know that would cause, like it would mess with somebody with seizures. Had no idea.
Huh.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, those TENS units work pretty good, especially when you've had a long, hard day. So.
Well, I was hoping to eat like a steak or something tonight.
Huh? Say it again. Uh-oh. You're locking up. You're frozen. Well, poor Becky. Come back to us, Becky. She just froze. Probably, probably the Wi-Fi is not the strongest where she is, and the weather's probably messing with it. She'll probably have some issues with that. Goodness. She'll be back, I'm sure. Yep, she just took herself out, so she'll come back. I guess it really locked her up. So how's everyone's week been? How's everybody been? Yeah, she just left. She should be coming back in here probably as soon as she gets it fixed. Oh, was it, Delbert? Wow. Was it because of weather? You're in Ohio, right? You're up northeast, right? Felt like I was on. Goodness. Amish people, they got it going on now. I'll tell you, they are the wise ones to our day and age. That's for sure. That way they don't have to depend on anybody. There she is. All right.
Give me the Wi-Fi password, but I forgot to put it on my phone. So
that's what it was.
Probably the wind.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was just an outage. Oh, okay. Okay, Sandy. Sandy's gonna go check her weather. Don't blame her.
Yeah. That's what it was doing at Wendy's. Everything was just I could call out, but I couldn't get anything to look up.
Oh. Wow.
Oh man. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I was gonna say I see you. I know you froze there for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like
we're gonna have some intermittent Wi-Fi here, obviously.
Right. Well, that's okay. I mean, the weather, there's not a lot you can do about it. So.
No.
She's like, nope, not a lot you can do.
Right?
Messes with the brain.
See, mine looks, you're glitching on mine, but it's probably mine.
Oh, am I glitching, guys? Gotcha. I don't think I'm glitching.
Probably just mine going slow.
Yeah. We've only had snow all day. Well, that's good, Linda. Maybe you won't get anything bad this time. Nothing like getting out of the wind at Wendy's.
Right?
Exactly.
Then I had to go into the wind after Wendy's. Yeah, there's no way to keep it from getting in your mouth and your eyes and everything.
No, not much like that. There's not. You just have to cover your face and leave just your eyes.
Smell like dirt.
It's hard telling, with that kind of wind.
I mean, if I put on sunglasses.
Having that kind of wind blowing around with the dust everywhere, it's bound to get in every little crack and crevices and everything.
Yeah. The only thing would be to put on sunglasses, but it was dark.
Right. And that's kind of difficult to see where a person's going. was just bad luck, Becky. But at least getting there, you didn't have any problems, right?
Well, I mean, oh, no, not really.
No? Okay.
No, there was some freezing drizzle on the way down. Not drizzle, but fog was freezing on the front of the car on the way out of Colorado. But once I got out of that on Wednesday, it was fine. It wasn't bad on the road. It was just freezing on the vehicle because you're going, fast and it was cold.
Oh yeah, exactly. That surface temp, it just like freezes as soon as it hits it,
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So what if anybody else know anything?
It's just going to be ornery on here tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it will.
Speaking of which, I'm going to grab some allergy medicine before I forget.
Yep, might be a good idea. So how was everybody's weekend? Did y'all do anything exciting, anyone? You've heard about me and Becky, so
yeah.
How about the chat? Anybody?
That all you did was go cleaning?
Yeah. Yep, I do that a lot.
Well, that was...
Yeah. Did you find anything good with your friend, Becky? Marilyn's asking. Hey, Mama. Mama Maria.
I mean, I've made a few stops, and then I did go shopping in Texas. She ended up staying home with the kids because they were homeschooling now, which they weren't before.
Oh.
So I found some stuff. Yeah. I mean, I had some smalls I had thought would be good to bring and show you guys tonight, but I'm like, I'm not hauling anything out of the car.
I don't blame you.
It'll be, in the North 40, 2 seconds flat if I don't.
Right? Exactly. So. I don't blame you.
So, and I got a few things for BTS. So the beautiful table settings.
Yeah.
Show that we're doing in a couple, leaving in like 2 weeks for now, 2.5 weeks.
Right.
So yeah, I got a couple cake stands and got a piece of Blanco Mom already had, but it was at such a good price I couldn't leave it there.
Oh, nice.
Well, I got a little squirrel, a little glass fitting squirrel.
Yeah.
That's what I got today. So I'd have to think more about the other stuff I got. So
yeah.
But
Bonnie is crafting right now. She's going to be crafting on the Holly Hobby houses that she just received from you, Becky.
Oh, cool.
Nice. What you going to do?
I feel so far behind by not getting out that invoicing yet, but it just has to wait.
Yeah, I know. You're so prompt and a rule follower. See, I'm the person who's dragging. I'm the one that's really dragging, not you. I told people as I was coming on, look, I've been working on invoicing today, actually. And I got everything finally boxed up of everybody's.
Oh, good. So,
yeah, finally got that done.
Blinging them up nice. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that will be. You got to send some pictures when you do that. I'm just kind of curious to see what you do to them.
Yeah.
Are you on Instagram, Bonnie?
I kind of expected to see more glass, but I think I saw more glass today, and I was only 2 hours north of the Mexico border by then.
Oh, wow.
Then we're in San Antonio, where there's tons of suburbs and stuff.
Right.
So.
Well, kind of unusual then.
Right.
Maybe people's hanging on to their glass.
Yeah, I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
I went to a couple of estate sales. That was kind of fun.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. That was her suggestion. She's like, check out the estate sales in New Braunfels. So that was one of the suburbs that's close to her.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 4, I think.
Wow.
One was the store closing and it wasn't available. But I went to 3 estate sales.
Well, that's good.
So
find anything good in there?
One was from an astronaut, a retired astronaut's house.
Oh, wow.
And he lived in New Braunfels. Yeah. Let's see. What did I got a couple pillowcases that were made out of some old quilt tops.
Nice.
I did find a couple pieces of Fenton at one of the sales because the lady was like a hoarder. Not a hoarder. She went shopping at all the outlets a lot, like the ones that like Ross and TJ Maxx that clearance out the stuff a lot. And if she had one, she had 6 of everything.
Oh, it's kind of a hoarder.
But, well,
sort of. Well, it depends. Now, maybe
you need a present.
Huh?
Sometimes you need a present. You have to have a present pile.
Oh, okay. All right. So Becky, she hoards too, so it's okay.
Yeah. Well, she had 3 pieces of Fenton that I got for good prices, so I'm okay with that.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think where the third one was. And I don't remember if I got anything there or not. But anyway. So yeah, a few antique malls, a few estate sales.
Yeah.
I got stuff in the car. It's just not cooperative for showing it.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, I will. I mean, daylight will be helpful alone.
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, that's bound to make a world of difference. I mean, with that type of, dust storm like that, good grief, it'd be bad enough during the day, but much less dark after dark. I wouldn't want to drive it that way. Just, you don't know what's going to be blowing out in front of you, for one thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, and I was talking to Mom earlier, and she's like, is it bad? I said, no, it's just a little bit every now and then blowing across the road. But certainly changed once I got further north.
Right. So. Right.
So what were you thinking about for tonight? Just doing a little chat, or did you have stuff that you wanted to bring up?
I have some small stuff, but I don't have to have it to do it tonight. We can just chat. It's fine too with me. I mean, unless somebody in here says we want to see things.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh man.
Becky's tired.
Well, once you let your guard down, once you're finally like, oh, okay.
Exactly. Now you can breathe a little easier,
Yeah. It just kind of chill out.
It does. It kind of just takes a lot out of you, though. Kind of drains you. So, well, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. So now, where do you head to tomorrow? Just on your way back home?
Yeah, just home.
That's good.
So, I mean, I haven't looked to see.
Check that weather forecast.
I don't think, Mom's there. She was talking about going and playing cards. I don't think she would be going out if it were.
No, she wouldn't.
Bad weather. And I don't know what weather. Is there weather on my tablet?
Oh, I'm sure Jeff would tell you too.
Oh, I'm sure they all will.
Yeah.
And mine on the phone, it changes every time you open it up. It updates it and says, oh, now the weather is this. So,
right. Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't have a weather app on my tablet. Certainly don't need to download one.
That weather is, it seems like we're all going to have an early spring, though. It does seem that way, at least here where I live. I think a lot of people are. Because it seems to have come in a little earlier this year, which I really thought we'd have more of a winter this year. We didn't have.
I think we're still on the track for lots of snow, because March and April are normally our heavy snow months in Colorado.
Wow.
But they said at the wedding, somebody said it was 100 degrees in Del Rio like 2 days ago.
Oh, goodness.
And then I was like, well, it's only 59 today. What happened?
What happened to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like after this storm that come through on us Friday night, that it really, the temperature dropped down then. And it was like in the 50s yesterday, low 60s, still not real cold.
Yeah,
but we was in the 70s, mid 70s.
Everything's still been pretty cool considering.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was overcast and like just yesterday most of the day. But it wasn't cold inside like I expected to be with like the door open to the reception hall.
Right.
I expect it to be just chilly because it's cold air coming in, but it wasn't. It was like 59, so it was all right.
A heat wave from where you're from.
Yeah, it was,
right.
Yeah, because it was freezing, well below freezing when we left.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Hey, Cindy. Oh, Cindy's in Florida.
Oh.
It's been hot here. That's great. Good for you, hon.
Yeah, because I talked to Eric quick today too. He said, "Oh yeah, it was 90 yesterday." I'm like, "Shut up."
Don't you get tired of that? People have this wonderful weather. I love it though. I love the I kind of wish I lived in Florida. Just because I love the heat.
More so. I don't love heat. I just am getting very tired of the cold.
Okay. That's my point. I don't like the cold.
I just want to be in the middle.
Yeah. If I could live somewhere where it stayed 75 year round, that'd be perfect for me. I would be happy.
And I don't know where that exists, honestly.
Well, I think Hawaii.
Oh, well.
But they had the volcanoes. That's,
yeah.
There's that.
There's not very far to go in Hawaii, no. Once you're there.
Once you're there, you're there. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. My folks will be in Oklahoma Panhandle tomorrow. It's supposed to be 70 degrees. There you go. That's from Maryland.
Yeah.
You're probably going to run into more storms and stuff, that's like like for us, we start running into the springtime tornado weather, that happens every year. I know they said something about it. I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to it earlier. I should have, I guess. I just know it's that time of year.
Between going north and going up in elevation, there probably won't be too bad because it won't be warm enough for tornadoes yet.
Oh, okay.
That's usually the cold air and the warm air colliding for that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, San Diego, Cindy says, would be a good place for us to be if we like that weather.
Yeah.
There you go. Even Jeff said it.
It's going to fall in the ocean someday, though.
Yeah, that's the bad thing there, Guess we can't have it all. Hey, Geneva. How is your weather, Geneva? Where you're at?
Under how many feet of snow did they get? Because Minnesota,
I know they got a lot.
Tons.
Geneva, let us know. Because I know they was expecting a whole lot of snow.
Yeah, because I think Minneapolis got, I don't know, they're supposed to get 12 to 18 inches on Wednesday night. Or Wednesday. I don't know what else. I haven't watched any television or anything.
Yeah.
I just get those weird radio stations. And most of it's mariachi music. So
you're like, what the heck?
I know.
Oh, parts of Hawaii get snow too, Linda? Well, I didn't know that. I thought they stayed warm year round. Well, I won't go there then. That's out.
I know.
That's too far to go. If I didn't have family anywhere. I don't know. Didn't listen Tom weather and haven't been outside.
So you don't know whether you got snow?
You don't know how buried you are?
Last week?
Geneva's just been hibernating, I think.
That's what I was going to say. She was hunkered down, shut the door.
Said, I'll forget it.
She's all good.
Yeah, she's like, hey, I'm happy in here. I'm good.
That's right.
Don't blame you.
Don't have to go anywhere. I'm going to just sit still.
That's right. Well, you can't go anywhere if there's so many feet. Of course, they're probably good about clearing roads there, too. If we got that kind of snow here, like even, let's say 6-8 inches, it'll shut down the whole city. We're shut down. Because
lots of places don't have the snow removal equipment.
I know at one time we only had one snow plow. And then we had just so happened that winter, we got like 9 inches of snow from a snowstorm, which we never get. And we literally were shut down. And we had a real deep freeze. So nobody moved for like 4 or 5 days before things started warming back up. I don't know how many feet, and yes, in my basement. See, she is hibernating.
That's right. She got feet of snow, not inches.
I don't know how many feet exactly. Bless your heart. You don't care, do you?
Well, it amazes me, though. Have you ever been up to Minnesota and Wisconsin?
No.
I mean, it's so green and so lush and so humid in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then it goes so far the other direction with feet and feet and feet of snow during the winter.
Right.
It just swings so far one way to the other. It's amazing.
Well, I guess, they're up there by Canada, right? All that Arctic air.
You're like, how on earth did all the snow ever melt?
I think though that's why they don't really have the real hot and humid, not a very long period of it anyhow, because they have the cooler air.
Yeah, but I mean, June to September easily is humid and hot.
Yeah. Well,
so
that Hawaii snow is on the Mama knows is on the Mauna Loa.
Yeah.
Wonderful temps elsewhere. Of course, can't take a very long road trip. Right?
She lived in Hawaii for a couple of years in elementary school when my grandpa was stationed there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I bet she loved it. Did she love it? Did you love it? I would.
Yeah, that's why one of the reasons why she likes water so much.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if I stayed away from that part of it, then I would have pretty good temps everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if I had no family or nobody that I knew, I'd go there. I would start over somewhere warm year round.
I'd have to think about that for sure, but
yeah,
because everywhere I go, nowadays I'm kind of like, what do I think of this place? And I'm like,
it's no place like home, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the way it is with everybody. I mean, me personally, even though I'm from up north, I consider Georgia my home, and I wouldn't leave Georgia. Not really. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Colorado is the good thing about Colorado is it's just basically no humidity. We have bugs, but they're small bugs. They're not big bugs.
You don't have big bugs? We have some big bugs here.
We get snowed, and if it stays down in that lower, we have ridges, and if it stays in that little bowl where Colorado Springs is, we get a lot of snow.
Right.
So, but as soon as it starts warming up for March, it'll be lots better.
Yeah. Yep, she thoroughly loved it. 7th and 8th grade hula lessons, great water. Shell
collecting.
Oh, yeah. Shell collecting.
Yeah.
Nice. I know that would just be wonderful. Just to have that experience, I guess, if nothing else,
Yeah.
So. That's good.
Yeah, because my friend that I came down for the wedding for, she moved back. This down in Del Rio is where she grew up. Just came up brought her son up to Colorado Springs, where her mother was living at the time, for high school and some middle school stuff.
Oh, really? Geneva? That's cool. Yeah, you'll have to come. You'll have to come down. It's different. It'd be way different, I think, from where you live, but it's a change, a change of scenery. I think that, there's good and bad places everywhere you go, but
yeah,
I stay where
we drove to Georgia. We had to stop at a roadside stand and get Georgia peaches.
Oh yeah, they sell those nice fresh peaches.
Yep,
they're known for that, and actually they are very good, I have to say. And the fresh ones that come out, I love to buy them when they're fresh like that, and make peach cobbler. Not a big peach eater, but I love making like peach cobbler, stuff like that.
Yeah. We have a section on the western slope called Palisade. That's where all our peaches come from in Colorado.
Oh, really?
And they're the best in the whole state.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Right along with the Rocky Ford cantaloupes.
Right.
You know, certain regions grow certain things really well.
Exactly. That's true.
Yeah, just high winds. I would be fine if it was just high winds.
Just high wind and just tornado warnings. Well, warnings mean they're somewhere there, though. They're not watches. The warnings mean that they're there. So I don't know where that is, but I guess not close to you, Sandy. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yep. So what else? What has everybody else been doing? Anybody got anything to talk about?
Apparently it wasn't a very eventful weekend.
Apparently not.
So that's okay.
Oh, okay. She's saying Geneva's talking about, yes, because when I was little, I was sitting on back deck at Aunt's when it was raining, and she asked what I was doing. I said, I love the smell of rain. She said, you need to go to Georgia. So always wanted. Oh, gotcha. I see. Yeah. Because it's got that clean smell after the rain.
Yeah. I mean, that's like what smells like spring to me, is that wet dirt.
Yep.
Smell. And it usually is like that in just at the beginning of the spring.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff's starting to grow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, everything started, of course, blooming here. So we've got dogwoods and stuff that are blooming already, which is a little early, I would say. Hopefully we won't have a freeze.
There's trees leafing out down here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my van will definitely need another car wash. I already did one when I came through. Where was I? Amarillo. Because I'm like, oh, have you heard of the Ducky car washes?
The Ducky? No?
Yeah. Anyway, it's a chain, and I have a month pass. So I'm
yeah,
run there quick because of all the sloppiness when my first day of driving.
Sure.
So yeah, it's just like it's like dust magnet right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I can too, Geneva. I can tell, like, you could smell it in the air. You know, the rain when it's coming.
Ooh, Cindy spent the week at Disney.
Ooh. Oh, that's awesome. Isn't that so fun?
Which one? Which state? California or Florida?
She's in Florida.
Oh, okay. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Eric, and he's right there in Orlando. I'm like, we really need to get down there again.
Oh, is he? He's right there, huh? That's cool. Yeah, I took my children to, one time I got to take them when they was little to Disney World. Or Disney, wait a minute, there's what? Disney World, and then what is the other one?
Land in Florida.
Yeah. I don't know what I took them to. But anyhow, they loved it. They was little. They were so excited. I didn't tell them where I was taking them until we got into the car. I just told them we're going on vacation. They're like, where are we going? Where are we going? I wouldn't tell them. I said, I'll tell you later. Get in the car. Let's go.
Right.
And boy, they were so excited when they found out where we was going. Muskogee and all up through there. They are telling people to be on the lookout.
Where the
tornadoes
are. Yeah. And yeah, Jeff is right. It might sandblast all my tree sap off.
It could. Well, maybe your tree sap may save your paint job too from all that sand, because that sand is like little pieces of glass, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that bad, but there's a few things hit me, so I have to look at that in the morning. Oh. And then there's some little flap of some gasket or something on a door that was sucked out enough and hitting the car.
Oh, wow.
And then another van passed me, and he had the exact same thing out on his van. There must be some weird gasket that, because of the, like the vacuum it creates from the wind, that it just pulled it out.
Huh. Yep, it must be. That must be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to go to Disney again.
Yeah, Cindy is in Hollywood, Florida. Her other son and wife are expecting the first baby. Aw. Well, hopefully it'll be born while you're there, Cindy. I'm assuming maybe that's why you're going there, but that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome in new little life. Yeah.
Must have smacked my elbow. It's sore.
Is it?
Just like right on the outside.
Yeah. Hard to tell what you did to yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Not enough light in here to tell if I'm bruised or not.
You have to wait till daylight to see everything, Becky.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little girl, huh? Is that your first grandchild or granddaughter?
Well, no, it's not. It might be their first, but she said their first baby.
Oh, I know. I'm asking her, is it her first grandchild, though?
No, because she said she spent the week at Disney with her son and daughter-in-law and granddaughters.
Okay, so it's not her first grandchild then.
Yeah.
Right, okay. But just maybe the son's first child, apparently.
Yeah.
Sandy says she's in the sticks. Okay.
That's what I feel like.
Like you're in the sticks?
Yeah. Texas is an amazingly large state.
Yeah, I've heard that before, that it's very, very wide, long, whatever you want to call it. That's a big state.
It's, from the top to the bottom and then side to side. Both ways. Right. It's very big.
Right.
So, because I won't get out of Texas for another 4+ hours tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
But the gas is good down here. It's like $2.99 and under, $2.89.
What you been paying?
Colorado is over $4 again.
What?
Yes.
They are ripping you all off.
Yeah, because they are still saying, from that polar vortex, our pipes burst.
They are lying. They are
that
lying.
Processing plant back in, December?
Yeah.
And that's why we still have really high gas. It was like $4.14 at the highest in Colorado.
Wow.
And I got $2.59 at Buc-ee's.
$2.59? That's good.
Yeah. It's worth going to the chaos at Buc-ee's to get gas.
Right, exactly.
So I figure under $2.99 and under, it's worth it no matter where I go.
How sweet, Cindy. That's sweet. It's always so exciting to welcome little ones into the family, when you're expecting grandchildren.
That'll be fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Smack my arm on button.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Who are you talking to?
Myself going, yeah, I really smacked my arm on something. I wonder if you're rubbing my arm and it is just enough. It's not. Should just stop it.
Well, probably maybe you heard it when he's either getting in or out of the vehicle too.
Yeah,
and all the chaos.
So. Right.
Yeah.
I haven't been to much of Oklahoma. Jeff's brother was stationed in Altus, and I think we've been as far as Oklahoma City, and that's about it.
Yeah. Now, when you're driving from Colorado to Texas, how many hours is that for you?
It was only about 14 hours.
That's not as bad as I was thinking it was. Okay.
From Del Rio to the Springs was supposed to be 14.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it wasn't. It's not terrible. It's doable in a day if you
Yeah.
Get up early and don't mind driving in the dark. But
right.
I like stopping, and then that adds hours. So
yeah, it will. Yeah. Now, if you're stopping to do thrifting, it's worth it most of the time if you're finding good stuff. You know, that's always fun to do. If you can kind of relax a little bit when you're taking those kind of trips, it's nice. But if you're always on a timeline and you got to hurry, then it's not so fun, you know.
Yeah, Marilyn, but not $1.50 a gallon. I don't think.
$1.50. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, and it was $2.29 at Christmas, and then it's gone all the way up to $4 something now.
Yeah, I would say they're probably taking advantage of the good people of Colorado. Would be my guess.
Almost was over. It was almost like it went up $1 a gallon in almost a week after Christmas. So
yeah, if you think about that, exactly. Oh wow, 6 grandchildren. Wow. Becky has the only boy.
Yep.
Wow, all the rest are girls, huh?
Yep. Jeff from Del Rio to Colorado Springs is 14 hours. San Antonio is a little farther because you get into all the traffic.
Yeah.
Around the city.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I mean, I agree, Marilyn. There's all sorts of taxes that we have on our state for gas.
Well, that's the truth.
It was not that high in the very recent history. And then it skyrocketed again. So, yeah. And as soon as I went over the state line, it was $2.99.
So that's what I was going to say, because here it's, you know, it started dropping some here, and I was like, oh, thank goodness. It's now back down under $2.95, I think it was. I think it was $2.89, $2.90 the other day. Yeah. And I was surprised that it's going down. I thought, thank goodness. They will, you know, I want to fill up as much as I can when it's this cheap.
Right. Yeah, so I will for sure do a fill up in New Mexico to top it off before I head back into Colorado.
Right.
So it changes. I know Illinois' gas prices were really crazy high last summer.
Yes.
And we would we'd fill up right on the Missouri side. And then by the time we got across and down, we'd try and make it all the way into Kentucky before we needed gas.
Right. Yeah.
Because it was over $1 a gallon more in Illinois. Sandy, it just depends on which way I go. Because for Del Rio, it's so far to the west. I probably won't be going through that panhandle this time. But I might, depending on how I come back. Because I thought I'd see if I could switch the hotel room that I was supposed to have tonight. I looked at it to see if I could use it for the end of coming back from Alabama. If they'll just change my dates.
That would be nice. Maybe they'll do that for you.
But you just have to ask. I mean, the answer will be no, and I'll lose it anyway, or yes, and I can use it later. And I'll just come a little, just do a little dip.
Right.
And use it, at least not lose my money. So
exactly.
We'll see.
That would be nice if they let you. I know some of them are real strict, but if you do a lot of business with them, I think, it depends on the chain.
They were very helpful, so.
Yeah.
So, Texas line.
Yeah. So it's higher, just over the Texas line.
Most of it's been, I mean, if it's a gas station out in the middle of nowhere all by itself, it's like $3.09.
Yeah.
But in this, like I passed $2.89, $2.87, $2.85 on the way in here. So.
Yeah.
And once I knew I was coming to this hotel, I said, I'm going to get gas in the morning. Well, hopefully it's not windy.
Exactly.
So I can definitely make it for 3 miles. So. Well, you don't need a sound machine tonight. Can you hear any of this wind?
I
should I don't know how bad it would be to show you. Can
I know it. See if you can show us, if you can.
I want to see if I was going to see if I could flip around the camera.
Yeah.
And
just open the door.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. So, okay, let's go back facing. So you're going to see my light.
Yep,
right
I see it. Yep, I see it.
Okay. And then I'm going to get all wiggly.
That's okay. Anybody who gets seasick, close your eyes for a moment.
That's right. Okay.
Becky's going to try to show us what it's like outside.
Let's see if you can.
Oh yeah, now you can hear it.
You can't even, it's not even as dusty as it was, but you can hear it.
That wind, though, yeah.
Like their trash cans are knocked over down there. Oh, yeah. I mean,
oh, yeah. It's pretty windy.
And it's windy, and it's pulled off like their, okay, shutting the door. In my eyes. Their awning got pulled off.
Oh, wow.
Popped off in the wind. Okay. It'll take me a minute to rearrange again.
Don't forget to lock your door.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I don't trust no people. Never do.
I know.
There's too much devilment in this world now. You never know.
Are you back to me? Oh, maybe.
Oh. Ooh. There we go. Now we see you.
Okay. I'm going to do this again because.
Yep. So it's cooled off, you were saying, right? Is that what you were saying?
It's chilly out there.
Yeah.
And then it just swirls everything.
Yeah.
And now I have sand in my mouth.
Because it's still in the air, right? From the wind.
Yeah, but it looked like it was way more looked like fog earlier, so it's settled a little bit already.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah. Well, thank you for showing us.
Oh, sure, anytime.
Show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
Guess I could
going out to the car, I was like, I'm not quite sure I'm going to make it to get in the car.
Exactly. Without getting blowed over.
Yeah, just walking across the parking lot.
Yeah. It seems like, though, that area you are right there seemed like a pretty safe area where you're at.
This is kind of like old school downtown. They have the cobblestone streets and everything. So, yeah, it reminds me of like the small college town downtown feel. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring in the loose items. Yeah. There was one section, there was a house, and all their trash cans were in the median of the highway.
Oh, Lord.
They'd blown across the southbound traffic and then got caught up in the like the guardrails in the median.
Oh my God.
And there was one that was like a big giant water tank, that like goes on the back end of a trailer or back end of a pickup truck. One of those had blown out to the median.
Gee whiz.
There was lots of the boards. The billboard signs are now like plastic canvas.
Yeah.
And just lashed on. There was one, it was in strips, and they were wrapped around the electrical poles on the wires and stuff because it had blown it off the billboard and onto the electrical wires before it went onto the highway. So.
Sandy. Yep. To see if I had heard from you.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was concerned about you.
I'm in Plainview, Ma.
She's like, what town are you in? Actually,
I didn't call my mother. I called my husband. It's only where I was. Ma, I'm in Plainview, and in the exact same room I stayed in on the way down to the wedding.
Yep.
So
she's in familiar territory there, Mama Maria.
I decided to stop an hour early instead of going on up to my other hotel that I had reserved for tonight. So
yeah, I'm glad you did.
I already drove an extra hour, so it's not like it's going to change how long I drove today. So
right.
But the setup around here is kind of poor. But
you talking about the way they have it laid out, or?
Well, it's just the chair doesn't go up and down.
Oh.
If I lean back in it,
don't fall on the floor. If you go on the floor, I'm going to die.
Comfortable. Otherwise, you feel like you're trying to keep yourself sitting up.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Now, if you was to lean back and keep going.
Plan, but I plan to stay safe. That was my plan. So.
Yeah. Just figured it was not what you planned.
Flowers blooming already.
Yep. Yeah, we've already got the Easter flowers been out here for a few weeks now. The daffodils, they've already bloomed and they're big.
We usually get crocuses coming up in April, but
yeah,
sometimes March, but
yeah, that'd be all she needs, right, Linda? Paula would have a really good laugh, I have to say. As long as she didn't get hurt, I would.
Right? It's just one of those chairs.
Yeah.
I tried to like get it to go up higher, and it was like, no.
Nope, you're right here, lady. This is where good thing it's not me sitting in the chair.
It's like sitting on the box spring of the bed.
Oh Lord.
That's how low it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just keeps it's delightful.
You just kind of keep shrinking.
Yeah, you just feel like Paula.
Right.
Above the banner. Like
That's
Mr.
right.
Wilson.
It's gonna be right here. Right, Sandy? That's one thing we definitely have had our share of too. I think everybody has, is the rain. We've had so much rain. I know you're getting it in snow form, but we've had a lot of rain.
I'd rather have snow than rain.
Huh?
I'd rather have snow than rain.
Okay. Why? Is there a reason?
Because you don't get wet when it snows.
No.
That makes sense?
Could be, yeah. If it's not a wet snow, then yes, it makes sense.
Like you don't get drenched yourself when you're walking through it.
That's true.
You can just dust it off and it's fine.
Right.
Especially if it's colder. We don't get.
Oh, really? You don't plant a garden until Mother's Day?
There's no use planting anything until after Mother's Day.
Holy cow.
Because you'll still get a freeze. Last year we got a freeze after Mother's Day.
Really?
Yeah, so there's no use spending money at the nursery or wherever, Home Depot and getting, petunias and daisy,
because they won't live anyhow.
Pansies and all that kind of stuff to put in because they'll just freeze. Unless you got somewhere to keep them indoors until after Mother's Day. That's the rule of thumb.
Goodness. I know here we can start planting like now, planting in the ground, flowers and even vegetable plants we can put in. Because by May, we are going to have tomatoes.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. When she said that, I was
like stuff that's already started and green to put in for vegetables mostly around here. They don't start.
Oh, they don't start from seed.
Starts inside.
Yeah. Right.
So.
Everyone done have their potatoes in the ground right now, right?
Now, can you put potatoes in before a frost, like in the fall, and they're ready to go, or do you have to put them in the spring?
You put them in the spring.
Okay.
Or at least we do here. Can't plant here without a jackhammer. Right? Everything's so froze. Poor Geneva. Well, first you got to find the ground. Off her feet of snow.
Well, there are some things like tulips, those bulbs that you put in the fall.
Oh, yeah.
And then they come up. But
right. They come back every year, right?
Yeah. I just hope the lock holds on the door. Jeez. You can't hear any of that gusting or anything inside?
Huh?
You can't hear the gusting wind?
No.
Okay.
I don't hear it. Is it like, do you have like a deadbolt and a regular lock, or? Well, hopefully that'll hold for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be all you need. Be in bed sleeping, all of a sudden the door busts wide open and it's wind. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, right, Sandy. The taters had to be in the ground by the 19th or they won't grow. Yeah.
Minnesota, Wisconsin, North and South Dakota. I don't know how they farmed. way back in the day. Its growing
Exactly.
season is just so short.
Yeah, they have a very short growing season for sure.
However, they have a lot of water and it grows good once it's going. So
I love Ryan Hall, Bonnie. He's good. He's better than most of the weather people. Ryan Hall, is the name of his YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, somebody, I think Trisha told me to watch that.
That's all I listen to is him because he's more spot on than anybody, honestly.
I think that's who she said to go watch because there's supposed to be another Arctic freeze or Arctic blast or something before the winter's over.
Yeah, she's saying, Bonnie's saying he's doing all the tornado updates right now. And that's what he covers. Everything that's happening now that's, no matter what part of the United States, he covers it. All of it. He's got people on the ground he's like, even though his little studio he has all the weather, he's got all the latest of stuff. And then he's got guys on the ground that will drive to the tornadoes.
Well, if he had people out here, it would be like the one standing out in the rain at the hurricane.
Exactly. Yes. Trying to hold on to something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, Linda, the growing season is so short, and I can't grow squat in Colorado.
Yeah? Is it too rocky?
No, I think it's because of the pine trees that were in my yard. It's too acidic.
Gotcha.
I've tried throwing all sorts of things out there. Nothing will grow in my yard.
Dang.
Barely grow grass. I grow weeds really good.
Weeds love it, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I tell you, I tried to put a garden out here years ago. And I like to work myself to death trying to put this thing in because I didn't have the right equipment for one thing. Like I needed a rototiller to help dig up the ground. I didn't have that. I just had a terrible time, and then nothing, what did grow, I had the darn rabbits was eating everything I had.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all I'm doing is feeding them. They ate it all.
I have seen those tractors like run way into the dark during harvesting season with their lights on and like the big headlights in the field. That is something to see. Yeah. Because they're running, when it's time to harvest and the weather's good, you harvest it all till it's done. Same difference. So
yeah. She's saying that you see the tractors running all night long. Isn't that something? Mm-hmm. Because you have to you have to go by what the weather dictates, I guess.
I mean, yeah, and it gets so hot so fast. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
July is just rough in Minnesota and Wisconsin.
So if y'all don't plant until May, and does everything grow for you to be able to take it out of the ground before freeze hits then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good.
And then they'll put in winter wheat sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they have good harvests up there.
Oh, does he? I see. Wow. So you're kind of like in the farming country where you live, Geneva?
Yeah. She's just north of where my family farms were in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
Where my great-great-great-grandparents settled.
Huh. And that's something. I wonder if they related somehow.
I don't think we are because we looked at that before, but I think I know somebody at our lodge who's related to somebody in her husband's side of the family somewhere. Right. I don't know where the connection is, but they have the same last name and they have people. My people tell me they have cousins in the area, so if it's the same last name, I'm assuming it's Geneva's husband's family.
That'd be cool to know. Shows you how small our world really is.
It is. It really is. So, but
you don't see him unless there's a lot of rain from spring to fall. Mm-hmm. Wow. So is he a farmer? Is that what he does? Her husband?
Riding in the tractors would be fun. There's some big combines down here.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have in the ground other than I know they have cotton down here.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the fields they've already turned over just ready to plant, but they're not. And there are a few that are like, it looks just like green, really short green. So something got planted early.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love a garden.
It's a hard lifestyle.
Yes, it is. It's not easy, that's for sure. Not like people think. People don't realize how much work does go into it. I don't care if they do have good equipment now compared to the way it used to be with the mules and the hard way.
Well, and the equipment is so expensive.
Oh, very. Yeah. Yes, he farms dairy. Okay. That's good, Geneva. Yeah. But yeah, I could see that. I could see him being very busy during those peak times.
Yeah. Yeah. We had tobacco farms and dairy as well. Yeah. I heard there was a lot of rain in California and then snow in San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like getting bombarded. They really had some really tough weather themselves this year. I mean, usually if it's not the fires getting them, it's the rain. So.
Yeah. Well, silly weather.
Yes.
Oh, goodness. I gain an hour going home somewhere.
Oh, you do? That's good.
Yeah, I'm only an hour away from you right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Not too.
Right. That's good. Right. It kind of messes up your sleeping, doesn't it? Your sleeping pattern by the time you get back home?
It's not too bad.
It's not bad? Well, that's good.
Mostly the morning because, this way an hour, I'm used to it being 8 o'clock and it's 9 o'clock. So you're already behind.
Oh, you're behind an hour. Yeah.
But like when we're in West Virginia and they're like, oh, it starts at 8. I'm like, that's like 6 a.m. in my head.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Becky's like, look, it's like 6 a.m. in my head. And that's true. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. Right. Sandy, I can imagine. Yeah, things are a lot different than what they used to be.
However, I did go to sleep right away last night, so that was nice.
You did?
Yeah, it was like 10:30, 10:45. I was out.
Wow, that's good.
Mm-hmm. I saw Border Patrol for the first time this trip. That's something you don't see every time.
So you don't get to watch it. Now you're normally in bed when it comes on, or not?
This?
Yeah.
No, I'm usually in my desk. It's 8:15 at home.
That's what it is right now. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 7. Yeah, so we normally start my time 7.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
And it's 9
here.
Now. Yeah. And it's 10:15 for you.
Yeah. What's the sleeping pattern? It's like all our winter usually comes from the north, but this year it's been from the southwest. I laid down for a nap earlier today and just woke up before y'all started. Wow. That's good that you can sleep like that. And you'll still sleep tonight?
Yeah. See, if I take naps in the middle of the day, I won't sleep at night.
See, me neither. I can't even have a 30-minute nap. It just doesn't work.
Unless I'm sick or fighting off.
Right. Yeah, if I'm sick, that's different. Mm-hmm. But just to lay down and go, hey, I'm going to take a nap, I've never been able to do that without paying for it,
Yeah. Now, Jeff, on the other hand, he can nap anytime, anywhere.
I know people like that. Yep. They can do it. They can lay down and go right to sleep during the day and then still go to bed that night. And I'm like, how do you do that? I just don't know how they do it.
I don't either. So, I get tired in the afternoon because you get that, a little dragging feeling.
Yes. A little bit of a lull there. But still, I know better than to lay down and try to take a nap.
Yeah, I'd rather go to bed early than try and take a nap.
That's right. Exactly.
Now I feel like I have nothing to do. I feel like I'm going to twiddle my thumbs, but that's okay. Well, I can go to bed early, hopefully.
That's right. Or just lay and watch TV for a while till you get sleepy.
Maybe I'll go see, what's his name?
Who?
The weather person you're like.
Oh, Ryan Hall, that's what you should be watching so he can keep you informed. He'll stay live as long as he's needed. As long as the threat's there, he'll stay live.
I know, Cindy. My brother can do it. My son can.
Yeah.
And Jeff, too. And his brother. They like sit down and sit still, and if they're not like engaged, they
go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, shoot. To go to sleep is a privilege, really, in my world. It's a privilege to get to go to sleep, to just lay down at a decent time and go to sleep.
Yeah. They'll lay down on the floor, lay down on the couch, sitting anywhere. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So,
but I think I'm going to go. I appreciate everybody being here, though, with us. Unless anybody has anything else to talk about. I'm tired, and I know Becky is.
Sick and tired.
Becky's sick and tired. I'm just tired.
Right?
Becky's had her share of the bad luck.
Had enough of Texas. Just stop.
She's like, I'm out of here, Texas. I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to say good night to everyone, and thanks to everybody for showing up and chatting with us. And thank you, Becky. I'm glad you're okay.
Glad I got to stop early tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're okay too. That you're safe. Yeah. That was my concern. That I was hoping you'd be safe, and regardless of where you were.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with going and doing, and then I will use enough caution that it's not a problem.
Right.
Like, yeah, not worth it anymore. I'm done.
No, it's not.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, everyone. Everybody have a nice, restful evening, hopefully.
Yes, hopefully hopefully the weather will cooperate for everybody. And Sandy, stay safe. Anybody who's in the bad weather, and Becky.
Yeah.
So
as long as it calms down around here by morning, I will be happy. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to stay warm.
Steph's on tonight?
Oh, yeah. Steph's usually on, I don't know.
Is she on?
She's usually on late altogether.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night. Yeah, see it, Steph's.
Do what?
They're like, see it, Steph's.
There you go. Yeah.